Hello and welcome back to Strongman High's Life is a Mishmash. Today we have the very lovely Krystal Brown joining us on the pod. Welcome to the show, Krystal.
Thanks for having me. I love it. I love this podcast. So I was like, I'll just come and say hi.
We love a fan of the pod. No, amazing. Well, do you want to give a brief introduction, elevator pitch to who you are, what you're all about for the pod?
Yeah, sure. I feel a bit sad that I'm following Gemma Gel because she's just like an icon. But I'll try and make it work. I'm Krystal. I'm a teacher. So I teach secondary school children. And then in my spare time I lift rocks and stuff.
Hell
I do
yeah.
Strongwoman. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Kids love that I do it and ask about it all the time, which I think is really cute. And they always ask like, "Can you deadlift me?" And I'm like, "Probably, but I'd probably lose my job, so I can't." Yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. I work and train. Like, I'm really boring, but
Hey, that's not boring. That's
yeah,
it's plenty of work, that. Like, I can't imagine
yeah.
anything worse, to be honest, than teaching secondary school kids. It sounds like my worst nightmare.
Oh, I love it only because I was a terrible teenager. I don't know about you, but I was something different every single day, and that's exactly what it is. Like, one minute you're friends with them, and the next minute, like, you make them write a sentence down, and you're their worst enemy. And it's like, oh, God forbid I make you learn. Um, and they give you a bit of banter as well, which is kind of fun. Whereas I couldn't imagine teaching primary school children because it's all like tie my shoelaces and that, and I'm not about that life.
No, fair. To be honest, teaching any age of child, I'm just like, nah. Even like sometimes dealing with the rugby boys when they're like 17, 18 years old, I'm like, oh, fuck off. You're doing my
Yeah,
head in.
fair point. Yeah, we've got a lot of lads who are like into their sport, and they are very like loads, loads, loads. And I'm like, oh my God. Also,
Yeah.
I had a lot of lads ask me if I should go on tests, and I'm like, no.
Oh, God.
I'm like, we should be revising for our GCSEs, not thinking about taking that.
Yeah.
So,
Also, as your teacher, don't be telling me that.
yeah, like rude.
Oh my God, that's awful that the peds have made it into the school children
Yeah,
now as well.
literally,
Like, Jesus
like
Christ.
there's such a huge culture now of like going to the gym, and I kind of love it because when I was at school, it was very much like, let's go on a field and get pissed on a weekend.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, I'm hitting the gym. This is what I'm doing today. So I suppose it's good in a way, but I'm just worried that I don't know how. I'm not a PE teacher, so I don't know how much they learn about peds, or
Yeah.
like how like moderated that is. So that's like definitely an area that I'm kind of trying to educate kids on, like, not in a way, "Oh, go and take it," but like,
Yeah.
this is the, like, consequence if you do, or these are the impacts, and this is what you need to think about. So, yeah, it's fun.
100%.
It's good fun.
Yeah, it's such an interesting point though, that, like, because I've never really thought about it. I wonder if they do teach like kids about peds these days, because it's so easily available, like especially online with how like social media is now, that like literally every influencer who's got a bit of background is like, oh, buy my peptides, oh, they're amazing, have my discount code, and you're like,
Yeah.
fucking hell, like it's literally like you're marketing that straight at fucking children. So yeah, I wonder if they do. I feel like I need to go and ask. Well, shout out to all PE teachers. If you're a PE teacher and you're listening, do you teach kids about pets? Like, let us know, because I'd be
Yeah.
interested to find out.
Yeah, I would be. And
Mm.
also just, like, we look at a lot at, like, what students have on their For You pages on TikTok and stuff, just out of interest, and a lot of it is like, "Let's go to the gym. Ugh, peds." So I
Yeah.
imagine they get heavily influenced that way too.
Yeah, you would have thought so, wouldn't you? Ooh, what an interesting little side quest we've suddenly gone on
Yeah.
there. Right,
Yeah.
well, back to you then. So tell us a little bit about how you got into Strongwoman in the first place then.
So I've always lifted. I've lifted like since maybe like 10 years I started lifting. But it was very much like powerlifting side. I had after a breakup in 2022, I moved to Hull and I started to look at doing powerlifting, and I did my first powerlifting comp. But I'm a big gal, and like, you get weighed against lifting, and it was my first ever lift. So I was like, this is not for me. And it got really boring. Like, no offense, powerlifters, love that for you. But doing like 3 lifts and then accessories was really boring. So I got bored really quickly. But then I met Holly Ford, the wonderful Holly Ford,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Come and try this." And then next thing you know, she signed me up to now. So,
Amazing.
and that was it. Yeah. And I haven't looked back really. I just think it's it's each event and is a challenge in itself. So like,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you want to keep challenging yourself?
100%. No, I love that. I do feel like it is quite a natural progression for a lot of people as well that get into powerlifting. How did you originally get into powerlifting? Was it through uni or something?
No, I started at the gym doing like classes and stuff. Then I started doing like Les Mills classes. And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a coach. And then I got a coach just to help me with some weight loss that I went through before COVID. And then got into that from there and just really enjoyed that. And then I got to a point where I was like, oh, I don't really want to do this anymore. It's a bit boring.
Yeah, yeah. No, I do think it's the same. I couldn't do just 3 lifts and accessories. I mean, I can't do
Yeah.
just the lifts that I'm programmed and accessories, to be honest, in strongman, so going
No,
just to 3, I'd be
yeah,
fucked.
I literally did deadlifts yesterday, and even one of the like variants, I said to my coach, I was like, I'm not doing that. I was like, I'm not doing it.
Can't be bothered. No thanks.
Yeah. So
No, it is. I do think it is a natural progression though for a lot of people, and as well, strongman's just like a little bit, a bit more interesting, a bit more fun. I know that powerlifters are going to get mad about that, but I'm
I'm
sorry,
sorry, powerlifters.
it
Yeah.
is. I
It is.
appreciate
Yeah.
sport, and I think it's very impressive. Like you can lift
Yeah.
like those weights, but it's just a bit boring. Like
Yeah.
going and watching a powerlifting comp, unless you knew multiple people there, y- same thing every time. You're waiting for
Yeah.
someone to like fail significantly to find a bit of like something exciting going on, aren't
Entertainment,
you?
and that's toxic, and we don't want that.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it is, exactly. Whereas with
I mean,
strongman, every event you're like, "Fucking hell, someone could die here."
absolutely, yeah, and that's also kind of scary, but
Yeah, great
it's
form
all
of
part of fun.
entertainment.
Keeps you on your toes. Yeah,
Absolutely, 100%. Right, well, let's get into your strongwoman highs then, shall we?
I've got a lot, so I hope
Perfect.
you. And to be fair, I've only been competing in Strongwoman for well, I started January 2024, so I've still
Amazing.
got a lot because I'm just a positive person. That's just who I
Hell
am.
yeah.
So my first one is now in well, just now comps have been great because being surrounded by the women that do it, and like it was a nice introduction to oh look at all these amazing women, and through that I've made some really good friends.
Yeah.
But last year I did a qualifier and I was a novice, and it was the first time I ever ran a yoke, and that was a pretty like especially because I trained. I think I saw you actually before the comp, and I trained, and it didn't go well. Like it just wouldn't move, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. I'll just wait until the day. And yeah, I think it was 140 kg, and it just bombed it, and I was like, this is great.
Hell yeah.
So that was, like, definitely up there, and then Stag, I don't know if you've been to Stag Fitness, it's up near,
And shields.
South Shields,
Yeah,
love it there.
same.
They did a comp in 2024, and I was practicing monster dumbbell. Now, never got on with it, it hurts, hurt my shoulder so many times, and about a week before, they told us that they broke the monster dumbbell, and they changed the event to circus dumbbell. And I was like,
Oh, no.
okay. And like, I get it. It happens. People piss around with equipment and it breaks, which is really annoying. And I remember Holly trying to train us, and I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to zero this event. And I have like such a huge fear of failure as well, which I'm like slowly trying to overcome. But I went and did it, and I did it for 2 reps. And I only got 2 reps because I was so surprised that I did it. I just lost all form of technique. I
Fair.
was like, "Oh my god!" So yeah, so that was really fun. And then my last one, and I suppose this is a bit of I don't want to be a brown noser, but Walsingham show, like the goose hold.
Hell
Just
yeah.
10 out of 10, no notes. Like it's so like who knew I could hold something? And when it was soft and fluffy as well, like it's just so good, like for the senses. It was so calming,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know. And then getting the 60 kg floor to overhead axle on that day was a good day too.
Hell yeah,
That was
yeah.
my first P base. So that was just, and also days like that when they finish at 1 p.m. Just
Yeah.
stunning. And like I went with Courtney and we were like looking at some tortoises afterwards, and I was like, this is how a comp needs to go all the time. So those are like, and then on top of that, sorry, I'll stop talking soon.
No,
But
that's fine, keep going.
people at comps, like people, the athletes you train with, that just it's such a nice community. Even like when I first started, people came up to me and was like, "You're doing really well, like keep going." And I'm always trying to carry on that kind of same positive energy as well.
Yeah.
Um, because it's really hard sometimes when you're having like a shit time at work. Sorry if I'm not allowed to swear,
Swear as
but
much as you want, mate. We
yeah,
don't care on here.
yeah. I mean, Gemma did, so
Exactly.
yeah. Like, and shit's going on, but you go and do it. Like, I just think that's awesome. Um, I put Gemma Jelf down as well because meeting her last year at NAL finals was like a life changing moment.
It is, isn't it? Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah,
Meeting her is just, yeah. If you haven't met her in person and listening to this podcast, like, seek her out
yeah,
because it's
yeah.
worth it. She's as good
She's
in
like
person as she was on the pod.
she's like a prophecy. Like you need to like just go do a pilgrimage. Go and find her.
Yeah,
Watch her deadlift. Like it's insane. Being refed by Jenny Todd's definitely up there
hell yeah.
because she's very calm, isn't she? And obviously has an affinity for cats, and I also have an affinity for cats. That's really nice too.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, those are probably the people, and those select comps are definitely my highs.
No, I love that. I absolutely love that. Those were a great set of highs. And I do agree, Jenny's like a calming influence. If Gemma's like the chaos influence at a competition, but in the best sort of
Yeah, yeah,
way, Jenny is like
yeah,
that opposite calming influence. They're like yin and
yeah.
yang together. It's
They
perfect.
really are. Yeah. So I had like Gemma bigging me up before I was going on a lift. Maybe she was stood having a fag. I don't know.
Standard.
She was like, and then I had Jenny being like, good lift. And I'm like, this is like ASMR. Like, I can do this. So if Jenny could like release some sort of ASMR content, that would really help.
Yeah, that would actually probably be a good thing for her to do. Like just talking through almost like bedtime stories off Jenny Todd. That might be a thing.
Yes, that should be a thing.
Yeah, we could do.
Jenny, if you're listening,
Yeah, what you could do
come
is
on.
you could have like motivational speaking from Gemma Jelf on a morning to get you up and out of bed, get you going. She'd be there like, fucking come on, let's go, lick some eyeballs, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah,
And then on a nighttime, you've got Jenny Todd just like soothing, talking to you about like
yeah,
nighttime stories. I think
yeah.
people would pay for
Oh,
both of those things.
I would pay hands down. Maybe we could expand Strongwoman highs into bedtime and good morning
Maybe
podcasts.
that's what I need to do. Yeah, there seem to be big hits on the podcast, both of them two at the moment. I've had
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
messages, so yeah, maybe that's what I'm going to branch into next. Just a few little bonus episodes, and it's a little motivational speech from Gemma, and then just a little cheeky bedtime story off Jenny.
Yeah.
Oh, I like this idea. I really like this idea. I'm going to write it
If you,
down.
I was gonna say, if you need anyone for your marketing team, you hit me up. When a teacher becomes too much.
Oh, hell yeah. When this podcast makes enough money, believe
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
I'll
yeah.
employ you straight away, mate.
Thank you.
No, I love that. Right, well, let's get a little bit into. So, I want to talk a little bit about Nowl as well because I fucking love Nowl. Like, what a great idea and venture! And it was like,
Mhm.
it's a shame that they're not doing it this year because, like, obviously, the last few years was so good, and I get why people can't carry on with stuff, and it's so difficult to like
Yeah,
run
yeah,
comps.
yeah.
Like, we'll get into
Mhm.
that when we talk about Wolsingham, but yeah, like Nowell was so good, and it was just such a good opportunity for like women to get into the sport as well. I felt like proper safe space, like everyone was like friendly and nice, and it was just girls. And I know Scotland
Yeah,
do
yeah.
something similar as well, don't they? They've got that Scottish Strongwoman League as well.
Mhm.
And like, I love a female only like fed me.
Yeah,
It's my
it just
favorite.
it's like it's tidy. No, sorry, ma'am. It's tidy. It doesn't smell as much.
You just
Um,
women just get shit
yeah,
done.
and yeah, and it's just great. Like you might feel, and I am probably like one of the first people to like self-deprecate, but then you come off and then a woman says to you like, "You did great there," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, everything's better."
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah, and I do like love now in that it really kind of set me up with the confidence that I've got today to do it. And it gave like such a wide variety of events that I got to practice. Um, so like, and there was, I think there is a huge gap in the market. There still is, I think,
Yeah,
and it is hard. I get grassroots running, like not running out, but like it's hard to get people to fill them, and they're expensive.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, and like kudos for Holly for coming up with it. Was it Holly that came up with it? I know
It was
she ran it off.
Holly and Ben together, I think. I think
Yeah,
Ben
yeah,
Grant
like
played a big part in it as well.
yeah, yeah. So like kudos because it was like awesome
Yeah.
just to see other women and meet other women from across the country as well. Because now I know, like for example, Georgia, who owns a gym up north somewhere. I can't. Sorry, Georgia. I'm a geography teacher as well. I should know exactly where it is.
Even worse.
Like she runs comps, so I know now with that connection, I'm like, oh, I might head up there and like try a comp there, and it's just you feel safer knowing that they're all around, and you can like go to different places, and you're always going to see a familiar face.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's what the
Um,
community is about, isn't it? Like, because it is
mm,
such still quite a small, like, tight, close community. Like, it's just lovely being able to just rock up. Like, I know that I could rock up to any comp pretty much in the UK now.
yeah,
And there'll be someone there that I know. Like,
yeah,
you couldn't not know someone there. Like, it's such a good little community, isn't it?
it is.
But I think because Ben's running another comp, isn't he? Oh God, what's the show called? Can't remember. It's on May 16th. He's just posted it on
Yes,
Hull's
the
Strongest.
Filey is part of the steampunk weekend that they're
Yeah.
having up at Filey. I'm not competing, but I'm helping out, so I'll be there, like loading.
Oh, don't tell me that. I'm so honestly, it's the same day that we're running our comp at Northern, and I'm
Oh,
honestly gutted. Like,
yeah,
I'm excited to run the comp at Northern. So if you're listening, you're doing
yeah,
the comp at Northern, don't you worry. I'm still excited for our comp. It's going to be sick. But like, I saw him post about it the other day, and then he put the post on because you're going to run all the events at the same time, aren't you? Which like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I just think's fucking genius, like genuinely
yeah,
genius. Like I messaged him straight away, and I was like, "It's the fucking greatest idea I've ever heard of. Like, this is class." I sent it to a load of people. I was like, "Have you seen this? I love this
yeah.
idea." No one seemed that
It's
excited as me, but it's my little
and
weird
yeah,
promoter brain going wild.
and he just like he comes up with the crate. Like one day I'll just be in the gym with him, and he's like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and like next week there's like more equipment in the gym, and I'm like, oh no.
It is one of the best set up strongman gyms in the UK, I would say, like hands down.
Shout out to Hull Strongest, everyone. Like,
Absolutely,
yeah,
yeah. It's so good. Like, there's just no end of kit. Like, it's got the most amount of one, like, just general strongman kit, and then the most ridiculous strongman kit ever as
yeah,
well. It's class. It's such a good gym. But yeah, I love his comps. And like, if I hadn't been running my own comp, I would have definitely been down there for competing in that. Like, and I just love the idea of just being able to be like, all right, like go and get the deadlift out the way now because I don't really like that one. And then I'll like
yeah, yeah,
save the
yeah,
fun events for later or something. Or
yeah, yeah.
like, it's just such a good idea. It would be a mint way to run novice comps, I think, like to get people over that
I,
initial fear.
mhm. Yeah, because once you first get the first event out the way, you're fine.
Yeah, 100%. And you can pick
Um,
which one that is. Like, so if there's one that
yeah,
you're like,
like
this is going to be
oh,
shit anyway, I'll just go and do that and get it done. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
easy.
So you're not like half throwing up waiting for it later on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think it's
But
really
now,
good.
yeah, Ben is great. Like when we had that whole debacle with the circus dumbbell, I told Ben, I was like, we have, because at that point we didn't have any, and he bought the whole set. He was like, here, have a circus dumbbell. I was like, oh, okay, thank
How
you.
many do you want? All of them,
Yeah.
please.
So now we've got all of them. So anyone needs a circus dumbbell?
Class. He's so
Yeah,
good. I can't speak highly enough of him and his gym. It's
yeah.
absolutely mint. But yeah, I love that. Well, moving on to other comps then, Wolsingham show. Obviously, I'm so glad that you enjoyed it. It was probably the most stressful day of my life.
Oh, well, it was worth it. I remember just seeing you at the end, like necking a pint. I was like, there.
Yeah, I was done in. That day was fraught with issues. Like,
But if you're running it again this year, I'm in. Like, I'll do it. That was just such a good day. Like, oh my God.
I think, to be honest, like I'm at the point now where I just don't want to run strongman comps.
Yeah,
I
it's just
really
too
don't
much.
enjoy them. Yeah, I just don't think I've got the personality for it. Like, I deal well under stress and pressure. Well, I thought I did, but turns out when it comes to comps, like, absolutely, I think because I'm so desperate to make sure that everyone has the best day ever. So the
Yeah,
minute I
yeah.
see something going wrong, I'm like, well, this is
You're
it.
like, yeah, yeah,
Might
yeah.
as
We're
well kill
fucked. It's
myself now.
done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, what's the point? And I'm just like, whoa,
And I
no.
and I didn't even know it was gonna be like a farm show. I love a farm show.
It's,
Love it.
it was
It
so
was so
good.
hard to like either watch the athletes, but then watch like the cows being judged in the background, like which one's like the fattest cow or whatever it is. And I was
Yeah.
like, this is like overstimulation, but in like the best kind of way. So
Yeah,
yeah, and I really enjoyed it.
and I'm with you. I do love a competitor show. It just brought so many like issues of getting kit there. Like one of the
Hmm.
first thing like on the morning, I remember we'd put all the Atlas stones in tires. Genius. Can't roll them out in the back of the van. Can't smash anything up. Got them out of the van. Couldn't get the tires off them. Like fucking orbs. Like Saturn. everywhere. Couldn't do fuck all with them. And we were like, right, what we're going to do? Luckily, one of my mates was there who I know from shows from like years ago when I used to do the Eagle and Vulture shows, called Mark. And I was like, Mark, have you got any knives? And he's like, I've got hundreds. Like, take your pick. So I got a knife off him, trying to cut through the tyre. Fucking steel wires all the way through the tyre. Couldn't cut through them. I was like, what do we do now? And then luckily, he had an angle grinder. So we had to angle grind the tyres off that morning, honestly.
Oh my God.
And then obviously we had the debacle with the truck pull in, and I knew that was going to be a chew.
Is it going to be a truck? Is it going to be a tractor?
I knew the minute we got there and they were showing me the vehicles that we were going to pull, and I was looking at the grass and I was like, I don't see this happening. Like, thank God we have a van, because that's what we're all going to be fucking pulling now. But it was, I loved the day. Like, I enjoyed the fact that everyone enjoyed themselves, and it was really good. And like, I was buzzing that we'd managed to get like money for people, and like that we'd finished by 1. So everyone got like to enjoy the day at the show as well. Cause like, that's the whole point, isn't it? Like, you go to actually enjoy yourself at a show.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was horrifically stressful.
Oh, well, I enjoyed it. So thanks for the stress.
No problem.
Thank you for putting yourself through it. I really enjoyed it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Probably won't happen again, but yeah, it was good. It was good fun. It was good fun, good memories.
Unique then, isn't it? Yeah, that no one else gets to do a goose hold. So
absolutely, those geese as well. That was fucking my favourite event I've ever come up with. We've used
just
it a couple of times.
Watching you like shove a sledgehammer up a goose's ass. Goose's ass was like, so am I in a fever dream right now?
Honestly, when I came up with it, I remember telling Jenny and Adam and Joe, and I was like, I think this is what we should do. And all of them just sat and looked at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, just think how funny this is going to be. And they were all just like, I don't know if this is going to work. I was like, it will. I'll make it work. Don't you worry.
And I was like concentrating, like every fibre of my being was torn with like strength. And all I hear was Jenny like, oh, look at their little legs swinging. Like the huge legs. And I was like, oh, no.
By the way, for anyone who's listening isn't sure what we did, I basically got 2 massive stuffed geese, and then we shoved sledgehammers up them so to make them heavy, and then people held them by their necks in a front hold style until they couldn't hold them anymore. And it was enjoyable to watch. It got mentioned multiple times actually after that people saying that it was so funny and they enjoyed watching it. So yeah, I'm glad it went well. The only fuck up I made was, while we were there, a couple of kids came up to us and were like, oh, you're selling those geese? And I was like, oh, no, I don't think we are. We're going to take them back to the gym. Now they're just living on the roof of the gym. Like, I wish I'd just got rid of them. Like, why have I got them?
You could have sold them for like 30 quid.
Literally, I could have got some money back on them, but no, they're just sat in the fucking gym now getting covered in dust, like useless. I've used them for one comp for a tiebreaker, and that was quite fun, but people don't really like it when you just randomly spring goose holds on them, apparently. So
wow,
yeah,
variety is the spice of life, so you should love it.
Exactly.
Really.
Yeah, I love that. Right, well, let's ruin the good vibes then and move on to your Strongwoman lows, shall we? What's been the bad stuff?
Anything with sandbags.
Just hate sandbags, flat out.
Just hate the fact that they move around and you have to pick them up. Yeah, awful.
Oh no, you can't hate sandbags that much.
No, I really do.
Why?
To be fair, I haven't really had that much exposure to them, so. But like the little introduction that I have had, it's just not been fun.
I feel
not enjoyed it.
You're gonna have to get over that one because they're in pretty much every single comp nowadays.
I know. So, to be fair, my coach is like expert. Like he's making me do sandbag over yoke. And the other day, actually, I was at the gym and I was like, I don't want to go. If I go, do I have to do sandbag over yoke? And he was like, if you go, no. I was like, thank you.
That's so terrible. You're almost blackmailing him to not do sandbags. Why do you feel so personally victimized by sandbags?
You know what? I don't know. So the first ever now comp I did, I just remember I couldn't pick the fucker up because it just moves around, doesn't it? Like 6'7", sorry, just like moves around. So I was like, I can't get a grip on it. But to be fair, I've been doing a lot of grip training, and now I've been doing a lot of grip training. I do feel better with it.
Yeah.
But like the most recent comp I did, which was at Halls, actually, it was the inters and beginners comp. I had to lift and move with a 70 kg sandbag, and in my like detriment, I left it until the very last minute when I was practicing, and I was like, so I remember videoing myself, and I was like trying to like pick this up. Like, it was like in the Husafell shaped ones.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't fucking pick this up. So I was like, I'll just have to wait until the day. And then there's a guy training with like a 90 kg sandbag. And I was like, can you just keep picking that up? Because I'm going to learn. I'm going to watch you and see how you do it. And I did it, but I forgot to take my lever belt off. So I nearly like passed out because I just couldn't breathe. But
Fair. Yeah.
that's probably why.
It does sound
Just,
fairly traumatic, like, but then also leaving it to last minute to train it
it's
was a
my own fault.
stupid
Yeah.
idea.
I think it's the just having stuff on your chest. Like, I don't know
Mm.
why it panics me, and like it shouldn't. So I am just exposing myself more to having that restricted while I do things
Yeah, do you not feel
and do
like that
lots
in
of.
log, though? Surely log's worse for that.
No, no, I love anything overhead. Like, yeah, love it. But like, I think it's because with a log, like it is going to get pressed pretty quickly, whereas a sandbag you're carrying it, and it's like, when's it gonna end? So
Yeah, fair. That's very fair. See, I sort of agree with you because I hate getting sandbags out to train with them and I hate putting them
yes,
away. Like it's my least if someone leaves one out in the gym, like instant ban
hmm
in my mind, like it pisses me
yeah,
right off. But
hmm
when I actually get them out and start training with them, I do usually actually enjoy myself. Like I find like I
so
do enjoy it, but the fuck around of getting them out and putting them back is
it
like
is a nightmare.
no good. There's no good way to store them in a gym, I feel like, that makes it easy to
No,
get them
yeah.
and not use them. And yeah, it's just a general like logistical nightmare, I think.
I
But
agree.
you need to get over your
Um,
hatred of sandbags though.
I'm trying. To be fair, I used to hate farmers, but I love farmers now. So it's probably just exposing myself to it,
Yeah.
and it'll probably. But the other thing is comp blues. Like the
Yeah.
sadness you feel after a comp is really sad, and I don't know why. I suppose it's all that adrenaline just like gone. And
Yeah.
I love training for a comp. Like I love the prep up to it. So it's like, oh no, well, that's over.
Yeah.
What's next? Um, and then the most recent comp, I zeroed my first ever event,
Oh,
which was quite interesting. Look, it was going to happen. I'm at Inters now, and I've only been doing it for 2 years. So I was like, just waiting for it, and it was the car deadlift, which was just so fucking heavy. I was like, I can't lift that. No,
yeah.
I'm not going to injure myself. So,
Fair
um,
enough. Welcome to the club,
yeah,
mate, because I can't even tell you
thank
how
you.
many comps I've zeroed a deadlift in. It's probably
Oh my
at least
god,
half of them, if not more.
yeah. So I'm glad it was done. And at first, like when I first did it, I was like really mad, but then I'm just like, oh well. So
That's the thing. I think you just need to. Did you expect to be able to lift it before the event actually happened?
like, yes and no. It sounds really silly, but it's the first time I've used the figure six straps.
Yeah.
So, like, mentally, all I was doing the week before comp was like visualizing myself strapping into this like car deadlift because I was like, if that goes wrong, like I'm fucked. And
Yeah.
it went okay. And like poor Paige, who was repping me, I was like, just give me a second because it takes you so long to like strap in. And I think that throws me off as well. So that using those, but I don't know. I probably would have. No, I don't think I would have got it. Like it was just ridiculously heavy.
Yeah, yeah. Because I feel like if I know there's a very high chance that I'm going to zero something, I'm just like I get over it straight away. Like I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, that's going to be it. To be fair, I don't think I've ever gone into something being like, yeah, 100% I'm going to get this, and then I've zeroed it. I've done like worse than I expected in events where I've been like, oh fuck, you definitely could have done more there. Like that was but usually like throwing bags or something where I've been like, oh fuck that up big time. But yeah, like I think because most events I've probably done before, when I've been going up to deadlift, I've been like, yeah, I'm going to zero this 100 fucking percent. And then if I do get, I'm like, fucking hell, oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, deadlift queen.
100%, yeah. But I think I'm so used to it now. Like my biggest zero event was Worlds in 2022, and I zeroed 3 out of the 4 events we did.
How about you?
Just,
Here for the vibes.
yeah, didn't hit anything until the last event, which was sandbag to shoulder, and then did all right on that. And I was like, well, at least I turned up eventually. It was about 8:30 at night. I was like, fucking hell.
That pre-work that was delayed. The
Just
pre-workout
taking me
delayed.
all day to warm up to this.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I know what you
yeah.
mean though. Like, especially when you think you're gonna get something as well, or you've got a little like chance of it in your head, then you zero it, you're like, what the actual fuck's just happened there?
Yeah,
Like,
I do put a lot of pressure on myself. and I shouldn't. But even like, because I say they're just grassroots comps, but I suppose they're an important stepping stone.
Yeah,
Especially, it was my first time competing in inters, so to only zero one event out of the 5 that I did isn't bad.
absolutely.
But I do like I hold myself to an incredibly high standard, and I don't know why, because I knew I wasn't going to lift it. So
Don't we all though? And I do think as well, there's
yeah,
a little part of that where you almost need to like, you need to have that inflated like self of confidence
yeah,
where you're
yeah,
like, fuck yeah, I can do this. Because otherwise, if you don't, you like, you've already talked yourself out of it before you
exactly,
start.
exactly, yeah, definitely.
But
So
no, you'll smash that next time. Car deadlift with a vengeance. You'll be like, fuck you, car deadlift. Never
fucking
again.
can't. I literally look at it. It's the one in Halls, and I just stare at it like fuck you.
Fuck you, one day, you bastard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I've got a mental block now as well, because the next Halls comp they're doing a car squat.
Oh God.
See what I mean with like, and so he came up to me today, he's like, "Can you try this?" Because, like, I'm trying to get everyone to try it to gauge, like, what weight, and I couldn't fucking do it. So I think my mind's just like, "Car, no."
Like, I wish you'd never asked me to try that.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
fuck's sake.
And I'm so annoyed that I can't do it, so every time in the gym, I'm like, "I need to try it," but it's like, "Can I be asked?" No, I'll just do my program.
A car squat sounds fucking crazy as well. I think, is that for the Hull Strongest comp, the actual like Hull
Yeah,
Strongest one? Yeah, I
yeah,
think he
yeah.
sent me it and I saw the squat and I was like, nah, mate. I don't like squatting at comps. I'll do anything to avoid that. So no
Yeah, yeah.
thanks. But yeah, I just wanted to go back as well and talk a little bit about comp blues because we have spoke about it before on the podcast, but it is such a fucking big thing, isn't it? And you don't really like the last comp I did, that Wolsingham, I think because I didn't really want to do it at the start, I thought, oh, I'm not going to have any come down from this, like, because I didn't really want to be, didn't really want to be there anyway. So, but when I came back from it, I fucking did, like that Monday and the Monday and Tuesday afterwards, I was like, this is fucking garbage. I hate my life. And then, to be honest, I haven't trained since then. I haven't trained for like 3 full weeks. I've done like the
Oh my god.
odd thing here and there. Like I went in to try and max my log, obviously failed that, and then I've done some fuck about stuff. But apart from that, I've literally not trained at all. So I'm probably still in comp blues, to be honest. 3 weeks later.
Yeah, yeah, but, it is, and if you think about, especially, like, I've not done any national pathways yet. There's something I'm going to anticipate. But if you're doing a national pathway, you probably like the prep not only into you physically, but you people might be cut in and stuff like that. That's such a huge like commitment. And then for it just to be over 2 days, like I'll be interested to know what people do to get over it.
Yeah.
Because like I just like I have cried before and then just don't train. And I don't know why I don't like. Oh yeah, we've got like I do get deloads either side of comp, so I have like a few days off, but then I just don't want to go back in the
Yeah, I'm with you. I really struggle,
gym.
and I think because I've started to do like real short comp preps running up to competitions now as well. Like, because I used to think because I used to do back to back comps, I never really got that bad comp blues because I was like, the
Mhm.
minute I was finished one, I was like, right, I'm on to the next thing,
Yeah, yeah.
focusing on this now. Whereas now, because I'm not doing comp preps until about 4 weeks beforehand. Like I've got one at the end of June, and I'm like, oh well, there's no point in training anymore. And I'm like, what? No, you should probably
Yeah.
still train. And I'm
Go to
like,
the
just
gym.
can't be
Yeah.
arsed, mate. Just can't be arsed.
Yeah. This week I like on last Saturday we did a Gods of Grip league, one of the qualifiers, the league qualifiers. So I did that, and that's not even a physically exerting activity, just gripping some stuff and like lifting it. But I didn't train until yesterday. I was like, I'm not training.
Too fatigued. I can't do
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah. I can't do it. I don't want to do it.
No, that's
So
fair. I think it must just be from the like adrenaline dump of like being
yeah,
at comp
yeah.
and seeing everybody and like your social battery's dead as fuck, isn't it, after a comp and like all that together. I know there's some people who post quite a lot about it. I think was it Michelle Sluserek? She'd done a pretty good post about like comp blues or like what to do after comps are finished and stuff.
I'll have
I
to
think
check that
yeah,
out.
I'll see if I can find it and send it to you. I might have got the wrong person, but I'm sure it was Michelle. I don't know. Can't fact check myself on here. I'm a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare. At the moment, my brain's just like, unless something's written down right in front of me, I'm not remembering anything. To be fair, by the time I'd read that Hull's post about the comp at the Filey at the Steampunk Festival, I'd read that. I'd sent it to a couple of mates, and then I'd instantly forgotten like where I'd got that from. I was like, where's the idea come from about the comp, like running the comp at the same time? And I was like, what the fuck? And I had to go back on my messages to look, and I was like, are you okay? Like, is this early onset dementia or something? Because I can't cope with that.
You're probably just burnt out, and that's okay.
No,
I feel
mate,
like we all are.
never. Not me. I'll fight it
Keep
to the
going.
fucking death.
Fine.
Burnout's not getting me ever.
Yeah. I keep going until I'm ill, and then I stop, and then I go again.
Yeah, I've got actually an abscess in my tooth at the moment, and like I'm just refusing to let that fucking stop me.
No.
I got the best ever scenario yesterday because I woke up agony, like my whole like fucking thing's swollen. And I rang the dentist because I was like, probably best just, I haven't been in for ages. So I was like, right, I'll just ring them up and say and let them know. And then hopefully they'll book me an appointment in the next 3 months because that's usual wait times, in it. And by
Yeah.
that point, it'll be horrific, but at least I'll get it sorted. They had an appointment that day. They had an appointment the same day I rang them. I rang them at like
Oh my
11.
god.
And they were like, yeah, come in for 1:45. I was like, what the fuck? So I went in and yeah, they were like, yeah, it's fucked, but like, there's nothing we can do. So you'll just have to hope it
Wait out.
gets better. Yeah. I was like, sick. Just what I want to
Fantastic.
do.
Yeah, thank you.
Lovely stuff. Yeah. They were
Yeah.
like, yeah, you just need to brush your teeth a little bit better. It's because you've got this wisdom tooth. I was like, fucking hell. That's the only thing yet that happens at dentists, isn't it? Is they just tell you don't brush your teeth very well. It's like
Yeah.
penance for like being an adult, innit? You have to go to the dentist, otherwise you lose all your teeth. And then the dentist tells you you're doing a shit job. And you're like, man,
Yeah, it's just sad. Yeah, like, cheers. And then they're like, "Oh, by the way, that's 60 quid." Okay.
fucking honestly. Well, yesterday I had to have an emergency. That was classed as an emergency appointment. If I think I'd known about that on the phone, I probably wouldn't have gone. Because I was like, it doesn't feel like that much of an emergency. And then, because I hadn't been in for my annual checkup for 2 years, because they don't text me and tell me, and how am I meant to remember that?
Yeah, come on, you can't even remember where you got that information from the comp
Exactly.
from.
That's never going to happen, is it? So they were like, oh, we'll book that in for you while you're here. And I was like, oh, mint one. Yeah, that'll be cool. And that's in 3 months because they didn't have any space. Work that one out. Like, fucking, I think my dentists are having me on, to be fair. I think they're
I
just
was gonna say, it
taking the
sounds like a
piss.
pyramid scheme. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, and then they were like, oh, yeah, you've got to pay for that one in advance. You've got to pay for it up front. I was like, right,
Apparently a pyramid
okay.
scheme.
And they were like, so we pay for this one and pay for that one. 170 quid. 170 quid later for me to be told twice within 3 months that I don't brush my teeth very
You
well.
shit it, you brain.
Cheers, mate. Absolutely having me on. But anyway, that's enough about me and my shit teeth. Right, so back to you in the podcast. So what would you say to yourself then when you first started the sport?
Use off season wisely.
Nice, I like that one.
My coach Alfie, I had my first kind of like off season with him from like October to March time, and it's been my best off season ever because like I've actually gone in and done the work he's told me to do.
Amazing.
So whereas like previously I'd just like, oh, I'll stop off the gym or I'll do loads of cardio or I don't want to do it anymore because I do very much love the drive of like a competition to kind of keep me going. But yeah, we went away from, I think the last comp I did was the push and pull at hauls, and it was like working on deadlifts and overhead and things like that. And just because I suppose like having a coach is really good because they'll like, well, this is the pointers I have from the comp. This is what we need to go away and work on.
Yeah.
So even after the recent comp at halls, I've had like, all right, this is what you like. You can't carry a sandbag, so this is what we're gonna do to make you carry a sandbag better. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's always yeah. So using off season wisely is really good because you come into it feeling like mega strong.
Yeah.
Well, I do anyway. Like, enjoy the process as well. There's been so many times, and I'm still guilty of it. To be fair, going to the gym and be like, I just want to be here for an hour. I don't want to talk to anyone. Like, I just want to go home because like it's very much a decompressor for me after work. If I have a really bad day at work, I do great at the gym because I'm like,
Yeah.
kids, but that's one. Rest, and that's probably like even when I've been ill or like down, I'll still go to the gym and I feel shit because I haven't like rested and then stretch because my hips are fucked.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that one a lot. As a physio, I like stretching, yes, and I'm well on board with that because the amount of immobile people in this sport is not even funny.
I was telling Ben actually to run like a strongman yoga class
Yeah.
because that would be fucking great. Like listen to everyone like groan at their back and like I sneeze at the moment and something in my lap clicks.
Oh God.
And
Oh
I'm like,
my
oh,
God.
there it
Yeah, a
is.
strongman specific yoga class would be sick. If someone who is a yoga instructor also does strongman, that's a really good. You're full of good business ideas, you today, mate. You need to start
I
selling
am.
these. Stop giving them
I
away
will.
for free on this podcast.
Sorry. But yeah, that because I like one thing I love is like I love stretching, but like if we've only got so long in the gym, or I do. I know some people spend like 3 hours in the gym, but like I do a quick stretch before I like work out, and then that's it. Whereas like to have an hour, like relax me, stretch me, oh, perfect.
100%. I'd love to like do proper stretching after a gym session, and I fucking never do because by the time you're done, you're just like, ah, fuck, I'm going home. Like, I'm
Yeah,
usually I have been in there for about 2 or 3 hours, and I'm like, fuck this, I can't be asked anymore. So like, I won't even do
yeah.
my stretching or rehab, and I should be doing it. I should be leading my example, really, but never. But yeah, I do agree. I think that would be a sick thing to do, a bit of strongman yoga.
I would love it. Or like strongman Pilates, maybe not Pilates. That would really
That
hurt.
would be hard work, yeah. I do not want to do a Pilates class. Look, everyone's mad on it at the moment, aren't they? And I'm like, nah, I
Yeah,
don't
they
need to
are.
know how weak I am at holding my own body weight. I know it's
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Mm.
It like, and they use those like torture devices.
Yeah.
What are they called? The boards. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's the reformer one, isn't it? Nah, and
Yeah,
and as well, it's ridiculously expensive. Like all the reformer ones,
yeah,
especially, I'm like, mate, I have not got the money to be paying that to be wobbling around on a board. Like, nah, no way. Too much money for me. But I really like what you said about the off season as well. Cause like one, I think it's really difficult to do off seasons in strongman because of the comp calendar. Like it's so fucking ridiculous. Comps all the way through the
yeah.
year. Like we don't have a set off season like you do with like
No.
football or rugby or something. Like it's
Mhm.
all year round and it's so difficult to take that time off, isn't it? But I
Yeah,
liked what you said as well about like struggling with not having a goal because I'm a bit like that when you've not got something to work towards you're just like, oh, what's the point in training? And then you
yeah,
just do
yeah.
it.
I mean, when I had Holly as a coach, we often had like, particularly over Christmas and like the winter when it's really hard to get into the gym. And like, I don't know if you've been into halls over winter, it's like fucking 3 degrees in there. It's so cold. Um, so like we had goals like amongst her clients to like who can be the first to lift up a 100 kg stone and stuff like that. So that was always like really nice. So I
Yeah.
suppose again that comes with like the community. Um, but yeah, other than that, I need a goal.
Yeah.
Give me a goal.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I need something to focus on. But I've done a bit about goal setting theory as well recently. And there was a really cool thing where it was like you do process, performance, and then outcome goals. So you can do like little tiny goals, middle goals, and then big goals. And I was like, oh, I like that idea. Might try and use that. I was going to like think about my when I'm finally out of this horrible uni phase that I'm in. Think about my strongman thing and just like set some process, performance, and outcome goals and just see how it goes, see if it works, see if it makes a difference.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about that because I love ticking something off a to-do list.
Oh,
Is that like me?
I'll send you
Is
my
that like
work.
me turning up to work and being like sharpen a pencil? Done it.
Sorted. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can make them as basic as
sweet.
you want. Yeah, I did a full
Um,
presentation on it about training through the menopause. So I'll send you my slides and you can have a little look at it if
ah,
you want.
thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not in my menopause, anyone, just to let you know that.
Neither am I. No, neither am I. And during the presentation, I did it on Monday actually. And during the presentation, I made a little joke because I had to have a justification of why I was like doing this on this population. And I said, "Well, I'm a woman. It's going to happen to me at some point." Ha ha ha! And like,
Oh,
no one laughed, and I was just stood there like, uh.
great.
Okay then.
Tough crowd.
Yeah, I tried to crack a few jokes in it because they'd said to make it entertaining, so I tried to, and then no one laughed. And trying to be entertaining when no one's laughing, it's not very fun.
Yeah,
It was
it's not.
fumbling
I'm a
big time.
teacher, so I get that every day. I
Yeah.
tell them all the time I'm wasted. I should be a stand-up comedian, but they don't find that funny either.
No, this is
Um,
this is why I would never ever try stand up because it's just so terrifying. Like, imagine going out there, no one laughing, you'd be like, right, might as well die now. Like, no point in living through this again. But hilarious. Right. Well, seeing as we're on to stand-up comedy, let's move on to our final part of the podcast. Everybody's favourite, the Silly Goose section.
Silly Goose. It's Silly Goose time, where our lips get loose and our minds run free. Silly Goose. It's Silly Goose time, where we chat a load of shit that's of absolutely no use. It's Silly Goose time.
So, do you have a Silly Goose question you'd like to bring to the table?
I do, but I didn't know whether it was had to be Strongman related or not. So I've made mine Strongman or Strongwoman related.
Perfect. It can be anything that you want.
Okay, cool. So imagine there's a strong comp, okay, but they added like an agility and stealth event. So it could be like a giant laser tag game
Oh,
or like Ninja Warrior.
yeah.
Who do you think would be the most hilarious to watch and why?
Oh, that's a good one, that. That's a really good question. Instantly, I'd think Eddie Hall, because he's like a giant mushroom man, isn't he?
Yes.
I feel like he'd fall and then roll like a ball, which I'd find
Yeah.
entertaining. I'd like to watch him
But
roll
not-
down a hill.
He's very strong, but I don't see him as being very agile.
Nah.
You know, like a goat on a mountainside, like that's what I think of when I think of like agility.
Yeah. And he's definitely, I'd love to see him try and climb a
Yeah.
mountain as well. Watch him roll down that.
Cool.
It's a bit of a hate Eddie Hall thing, that though, isn't it?
Sorry, we love you, Eddie.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, I think Eddie Hall would be funny to watch. Who else is really big? It needs to be like the big dudes, doesn't it? Because they're going to be shit at agility. All the smaller ones, like Pavlov and stuff like that, are going to be sick at it, aren't they? Like they're just going to fly through it, and it's going to be mint. But I don't really watch a lot of big strongmen, though. I feel like even Thor would be good.
Yes, I thought Chloe Brennan would be really good to watch, and she'd be really good at it. And I think that's why I think I'd enjoy watching it.
Yeah.
It's like she gives 110% like everything she does, and I think she'll like ham it. You know what I mean? Like she'll just
100%.
So I thought Chloe would be fabulous at that.
Yeah, I like that you thought of entertainment and like who would be
the
most
and you're like,
entertaining
who's
to watch.
gonna roll down?
I was like, who's gonna fuck it up the most? Like, who's gonna be shit at it? Because that's what's gonna be funny. I like your optimism there and my absolute pessimism. tell what type of entertainment both of us like to do. But yeah, I'm trying to think of other people who'd be really good at it. I mean, going back to Jenny Todd would be absolute sick at it.
Yeah, but she like runs everywhere for fun, doesn't she? So do you, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm actually not that agile. I'm a bit clumsy.
Yeah, I am. I definitely fall at the first hurdle.
Have you ever done Ninja Warrior before?
No, I haven't. Have you?
Yeah, it's actually really good fun, but they want you to wear these like horrible gloves because all the bars are like powder coated smooth and like you can't use chalk, so it's actually really hard. And I'm a naturally sweaty girl, like I'm sweaty all the time. My hands are fucking wet. Like I usually have to apologize when I've shaken someone's hand because my hands that wet, and I'm like, sorry, that's just how they are. So yeah, like I struggled with it, but basically because I was just slipping off everything, and then I refused to wear the gloves because I can't be that person. But it was fun though. Like it was enjoyable. My hands were fucking killing by the end of it though. Ultimate grip challenge.
A lot of grip, yeah.
Yeah, and if running up that wall at the end where you've got to do like the vertical wall, it felt a little bit traumatizing because it was one of them where like if you don't get it, you're gonna look like such a donut. But I did manage to do it, so I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, you see, I don't think I could pull my body weight up a wall.
I'd already managed to get myself up to waist height, so it was only like a little dip over the edge.
Yeah,
but I think if I'd had to pull that way,
nah, absolutely not.
I'd fall off a cliff and die. I wouldn't be able to get myself.
I remember
back.
one time I fell off a jet ski. And I had to climb back on it in the middle of not in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I was jet skiing in Mexico and went too fast and I fell off it.
Nice.
And I had to pull my own body weight back on it, and I could not. It really hurt afterwards. I was like, can I just swim to shore? And they're like, no, it's really far away. And I was like, it doesn't look here.
I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, I was like, I'd rather do that than try and get on this fucking jet ski.
I can't. To be fair, jet ski's fucking. It looks like fun, but it also looks terrifying. Like,
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I feel like I'd kill myself on one pretty easily. I'd hit land,
Yeah.
definitely, because I just wouldn't be paying attention.
Yeah. Look at all the water.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I did some wake surfing with Emma Grunnell. Was it last year or a year before? And that was fucking hard. That was really hard work. And I'm very like literal especially when I'm like learning something. I remember the guy being like, right, so like sit down and crouch with your legs until it gets going. And I was like, right, okay. So it got going and I was just sat crouched, like, and it was so hard on my legs. I was like, fucking hell, this is horrific. And he was like, why didn't you stand up? And I was like, you didn't tell me to stand up. You told me to crouch. And he was like, yeah, but like, surely that's the next natural progression. I was like, yeah, if you know that. I don't know how to fucking wake surf. That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
Sick as fuck. I was like, yeah, it was really hard work. I do like water sports though. It's good fun, isn't it?
I've not really I've just did a bit of jet skiing because I thought it'd be cool to jet ski in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm not. It looks very core heavy, and I don't have a core.
Nah, mine's not great, to be fair. Mine's not great.
Like paddle, is it stand-up paddle boarding? That looks really fun, but
I love that. Yeah, that's really good fun. But that's so chill, isn't it? Like you can just paddle around. I'm going to try and fish off my sister's paddle board this weekend, see if I can catch some fish off of it. Very excited for that.
You do such niche things on a weekend.
Yeah.
What was it? Where was it that time I think it was when I had an appointment with you and you're like, I'm going to go and like make wicker animals. And I was like, what?
Oh,
with your mum? You went, I was like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah. Just like, I've got fear of missing out, but just of everything in life. Like, so if someone says, like, I'm that person that if someone comes up with like a really shit weird idea and is like, do you want to go and try this? I'm like, yeah. I'll try that.
Okay.
I might love it. It might be a new hobby. Okay. Yeah, I'm a bit of a yes person for experiences. So yeah, always good fun stuff. That was it. Well, I enjoyed that silly goose. That was a very silly, what am I on about? A very good silly goose.
It wasn't very silly, but it was interesting to think about.
What do you think the agility course would be? Like, what would be the best type? If you had to pick like one thing from like Ninja Warrior, what would you think would be the funniest or best thing to watch people try and do?
I do like the bars. Is it the bars?
Yeah.
Like the handlebars. Just because I think people who'd be good at it would be really good at it because you can like swing your body weight. But then like people maybe like Eddie, for example, would just I don't know. I think it'd be funny to watch.
I just don't know if Eddie Hall would even be able to hang off his own hands for his body weight.
I hope he's pretty like strong, so
surely his grip's
so.
good enough for that. It's whether his shoulder mobility will allow his arms to go above his head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I think that sticky wall would be good. You know, where it's got the two perspex panes of like plastic, and they've got a stick in between them and like shuffle along.
Oh, that would be funny.
That'd be hilarious to watch people try and do.
Yeah. So, any strong people out there want to make an agility and stealth course for their events? Please do it. Brilliant funny.
Absolutely, yeah, I love that. Right, well, I did have a silly goose for you, but it's a bit shit. So this is what I've found today. No, it's a bit of a weird one. I just found it on Instagram today, but I did think it would spark some interesting conversation. Would you rather deal with a ghost that redesigns all of your furniture and like moves it round like every day, or a ghost that tells you all the spoilers to the shows and movies that you're watching?
The furniture one.
Yeah, I think I would go furniture one too.
Because like I love change. Like when you change around your furniture, you feel like a new person. Like it's spiritual for me. But I just don't do it because I'll end up digging out a box that has like stuff in it, or I'll like build Lego, and then I'm just in a half completed room, and it's time and effort.
Yeah.
So to have someone to do it for you.
Yeah, I'm with you. And because there was no limitations on what the ghost would do as well. So I was like, well, if it's rearranging stuff, like surely it would, like, you could maybe just be like, oh mate, we just have a tidy up of that room for us, like sort it out for us.
Would they do chores? Like, are they going to hoover up when they move? Like,
yeah, I don't know, maybe, but like, because the other side of it is obviously if the ghost then just rearranges your furniture in a random way every time, that might be a bit annoying. But then I also think I don't remember where I put stuff down anyway. So like it probably wouldn't, I wouldn't notice. It would probably take me at least a few weeks before I started to be like, I think something's going on here.
Yeah, that's definitely not meant to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I really hate when people spoil movies. I remember when I'm a big Marvel fan, and when Avengers Endgame came out, my student, didn't watch it on release night because it was like a midnight showing. He went to see it, and the next day he came and literally told me who died. And I sent him out.
Oh.
I couldn't teach him. I was like, go and sit in so and so's classroom. I can't teach you. I was so angry.
I think that's fair. I'd
So,
have fucking suspended him for the day, mate. I'd been like,
yeah,
you
like, I was like,
life
I don't wanna
ruiner,
talk to
fuck
you.
off.
Yeah. And actually, I've seen him about, he's probably like in his 20s now. He was telling me like, I remember that time, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, I'm glad that's how you remember me.
I'm glad you remember that trauma that you caused me, you horrible child.
Yeah.
What a bastard. See, another reason that's enough for me to never work with school children. Dickheads. Absolute
Yeah.
dickheads. Fuck them.
Fair.
No, well, this has been such a good episode. Thank you so much for being on. Where can people find you to follow along with your journey? And if there's anything that you want to plug or promote, then let's do it now.
I'm on Instagram. It is private because obviously I'm a teacher, but if you request to follow, I'll follow back. Just because I like going to comps being like, I'm pretty sure I follow you, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
And in terms of like plugs, Hall Strongest, such a good gym. And my coach, shout out to my coach, Alife Poyser, who's always looking for new clients. If you ever need someone coaching, he's brilliant. So
Hell yeah. I've heard really good things about Alfie as well. He's just such a nice lad, isn't he? He's such a nice
so
lad.
lovely. Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's why I get away with being like, I'm not doing sandbag over yoke.
Well, it needs to get firmer with you then, because that needs to start happening. That's a piss take, that absolute piss take.
Don't listen to me, Alfie.
I'm going to send him this bit specifically and be like, I've told her.
No.
I told her she has to do sandbags.
No.
Nah, amazing. Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast, Krystal. It has been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. I've really enjoyed it. It was really good fun.
No problem at all. Thank you. And I hope you guys all enjoyed listening, and we will see you all on the next one. Goodbye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Strongwoman Highs, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to support the podcast, then please give us a follow on Instagram. Or if you would like, we're also on buymeacoffee.com/strongwomanhighs. This is where you can send us tips, or you can also join our membership area, which is $5 a month or £4 a month. It's the silly gosling level. We'll post out any extra content that we get on there, and hopefully a few little free giveaways of things as well. The podcast currently doesn't cost a lot to run, which is what we're trying to keep it as, but we would like to be able to cover our costs, and also once those costs are covered, any profit that is made on Strong Woman Highs will be getting saved up and put into a pot for future Strong Woman competitions that we can sponsor. So if you have a Strong Woman competition that you'd like to be sponsored, or if you want to be on the podcast, then give us a shout, send me a message on Instagram or on YouTube, anywhere else you can get us, and we'll get it sorted, because the more women that we can get on, the better. Thanks for listening and watching. Bye!